Today on Jump the Snap, we'll be looking at the dumpster fire that is the Bengals front office while preparing for Aaron Rodgers' final ride into the sunset. And are the Browns finally getting good? Stay tuned for more.
Aaron Rodgers is a Steeler after everyone knew he was going to sign there. I mean, there was no secret about it.
Yeah, it took him a while. I mean, I don't know. I was getting kind of hopeful on the Minnesota Viking bandwagon, but at the end of the day, everyone was saying the Steelers, and it made the most sense, probably, so.
It did. And, I mean, when you look at the facts, it checks out. I mean, Tomlin was supporting him throughout whatever was going on in his life. Sounds like some close family member, not family members, but people close to him have cancer. So it sounds like Tomlin was very supportive to him. But it just made the most sense because I don't think Kevin O'Connell wanted to deal with coaching Aaron Rodgers.
Aaron Rodgers kind of comes across as a guy almost that kind of does what he wants to do, at least to me, more of.
He absolutely does.
Mike Tomlin's kind of like, I don't know, like a more old school coach. I don't think that's going to fly. So that's what I kind of question. How's that going to work?
So I think it'll be fine because Rodgers, his last two MVP seasons were when LaFleur actually challenged him. And Tomlin's going to do that to him. And Rodgers absolutely loves Mike Tomlin, always has. And Tomlin, everyone loves him because he's an absolute player's coach. So I think we're going to see a pretty well-coached Rodgers, I would say. Because they might be I honestly don't know how old they are. Probably not remotely close to the same age. But you're talking about two old guys on the team. But Rodgers is still a player. He's going to play like a player, not this is my team, I'm going to call whatever I want. However, with that said, I think at best he'll be a serviceable quarterback and that he's not going to lose you games, but he won't be that X factor anymore, which I think we all saw with the Jets last season. Is like, okay, no matter what he does, he is not willing this team to a win, but he will not be the factor that loses you the game. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, he's not going to lead a team single-handedly anymore like he did in Green Bay all those years. It's more or less you need a well-built team around him. Do you think this kind of I don't know, turns the tide for the Steelers in a way? Do you think they do any better with Rodgers? I mean, they can't do worse, but I don't know if it makes that much of a difference.
I mean, you want my honest opinion?
Oh, yeah.
I think Tomlin and the whole front office all get fired, and it won't be because of Rodgers. And we talked about that a bit, and I've commented on that a lot. And I'm 100,000% basing this off the rumor of why Russell Wilson had a tense relationship with one man, and that is offensive coordinator Arthur Smith. He was a terrible Atlanta head coach. Last season, the Steelers' offense looked very meh. I think that's the best way to put it. So he definitely doesn't look like he did when he was with the Titans, which is how he got the Atlanta Falcons job in the first place. But the rumor was that Russell Wilson had a tense relationship because he wasn't allowed to change the play at the line, specifically because Arthur Smith was telling him not to. And guess who changes the play at the line more than any quarterback in the league?
Oh, yeah. That's Aaron Rodgers.
And it's fairly warranted. I mean, he's the most tenured quarterback in the league now. He knows how to read a defense. Doesn't matter if he can throw the ball or not. He knows how to read a defense. So I just think if that rumor was true, that disconnect between Smith and Rodgers and that potential disastrous relationship is going to create a lot of problems. And then if they do fire Smith, you're just going to run into an issue you had with the Jets, which is who's going to replace that guy, because Steelers don't really hire good offensive coordinators, which sucks because I think Will Howard and Caleb Johnson will be the future of that team. But oh, I don't know. It's I don't. As long as it isn't against the Packers, I want them to do good. I really do. But I think this will finally be the season that tests the devil deal that Tomlin has to not go below a 500 season.
Yeah, I guess if anything, too, this is a good opportunity for Will Howard to really just kind of soak in from somebody like Aaron Rodgers. I mean, so I guess there's always that. Yeah, I don't know. Especially what you just said with changing the calls. So when you have someone like Aaron Rodgers, who's your quarterback, you kind of got to let him do what he does best, and that's reading defenses, that's changing the plays, that's taking advantage of all situations. So yeah, if that's true and that happens with the Steelers, that's not gonna end well. That's gonna go very bad very quickly. So
And if you want, I mean, you take all that aside, you're still looking at the fact that Aaron Rodgers still isn't as mobile as he used to be. He's now behind a worse O line. He has no real wide receiver, too. He has Caleb Johnson and what's his face? Jalen Warren. But Johnson's unproven and Warren's kind of mid. I don't know what to say. Like, he doesn't. I don't really know if he has any weapon, like any other than like that. Maybe he will. Maybe it'll be like 2020 Packers, where it's just Adams and Rodgers all the way down the field. Or, except now it'll be Rodgers and Metcalf all the way down the field. Oh, don't knock that over. But I don't know. I think it's gonna be I think it's literally gonna be a toss up of like they're gonna be a 4-win team or a 10-win team. That's my prediction.
yeah, I don't know. I've been kind of trying to judge it. I've been back and forth. Like I could see him having success, and I can also see him fail miserably.
Yeah, and I don't know. They really got to emphasize giving Rodgers just a little bit of time to throw the ball. And I saw someone actually.
Well, the other
This is a small tangent, not a side tangent. A side tangent. Someone made a good point about the Jets, which was that they built an amazing group of guys, but they did not make a good team. And I think that's the perfect way to summarize Rodgers' time with the Jets. Because on paper, that is the perfect Madden roster. Freaking Brees Hall, Garrett Wilson, Aaron Rodgers, Devontae Adams. And then they have the number 7 pick or whatever it was. It's like, that was a really good group of guys, but not a good team. And that's what they got to do and make sure that doesn't happen again with Rodgers being on the Steelers. Because Steelers players before Rodgers signed were not looking forward to him signing with the team. So I wonder if Tomlin's going to be able to say, shut the fuck up. This is our quarterback. He is a leader on this team. He will respect you if you respect him. It's just how it is. It's like you got to put a good team out there, and the roster on paper does not look exciting. But Tomlin 9-8, like guaranteed every season.
first round of the playoffs, maybe, and then get knocked out right away. I mean,
Oh
maybe.
no! Oh boy!
But that one thing with that Jets team too was the offensive line, and I mean, I'm not sure it gets much better in Pittsburgh. So
It doesn't. It gets worse because the Jets O line actually wasn't that bad. It wasn't great, but it wasn't as bad as people were making it sound. But the Steelers is worse. It doesn't make sense.
I mean, yeah, I don't know, because if you give Rodgers time, he could probably do some damage, but he's not what he once was. He can't move around in the pocket as well. He can't.
No, he
he's pretty
just can't
stand still at this point.
which is a shame because he was known to dance in the pocket his whole career. But age, you know what isn't aging well?
What's that?
The Bengals.
Why? Why? Tell me about that.
I think you and I both know. I think everyone knows. It's kind of in the news every day. It's updating every day. It doesn't make sense. Because they are a fucking poverty franchise. I do not care who's on the offensive side of that ball. It's who's on the defense. You know who's on the defense? I don't. Could not name a single player. You put a gun to my head right now. Could not name a single player that's actually on the payroll as we speak. Oh my god.
Yeah, I mean, well, who needs defense though? When you got Joe Burrow and you got a Jamar Chase.
Oh my god.
Why am I having some brain fart right
It's
now?
T. Higgins.
T.
Yeah.
Higgins, thank you.
But they just, oh my fucking god. They need to admit they can't and won't pay Trey Hendrickson. He is too good to be sitting around, and much worse playing for a crappy franchise. Please come to the Packers. We would love you. But
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm gonna let my biasy come out just for a second.
I will give up a first next year for Trey Hendrickson.
He could come to Green Bay. We could use him, but that's all I'll say on that.
He will be the 2020 version or the 2020s version of Julius Peppers coming to the Packers.
Oh my god, I would love that.
That veteran defensive guy, everyone said, oh, he's on his way out, then had 3 really good seasons or however long he was with the Packers. Do that for Trey Hendrickson. Give me Trey Hendrickson. But it's like, they just need to admit, they need to admit that when you pay 3 guys a combined $551 million, you are not going to be writing many more long-term blank checks. It just won't happen. You can't afford it. Now, is the cap hit this next year that bad between those 3 offensive talent superstars? No, but it will be, and that's the thing. Trey Hendrickson is paid for this next season, but he is refusing to play until he gets a long-term contract, and they won't even meet the freaking, like, the going rate for a defensive end in the league right now, which unfortunately for them, and maybe not. Maybe they deserve it. But they waited too long to give him his extension because in typical Bengals fashion, they took their time for no reason. Everyone knew, hey, this guy's a superstar. You need to pay him. Crickets. Hey, guys, some guys are getting paid. They're getting paid high money. The price is going up. Nothing. Hey, guys, these guys are refusing to play because you won't pay them. Well, it's freaking nothing. Elmer Fudd with the freaking Bengals front office because they are slow, stupid, and don't know how to actually build a team. Because even when I was a little kid, barely knowing what football was like outside of the Packers, I knew their O-line sucked, and I knew they never had a good defense. I just knew they had a couple good wide receivers and a good quarterback. And look where we are today.
A good quarterback and a couple good receivers.
Oh my god. And then, now let's talk about the actual drama here. Everybody and their mother knew Shamar Stewart was a reach. Everyone. He was people putting him in their first round mock drafts shunned into existence. Everyone knew. And if the rumors are even half true that he has coaching and authority issues, or coaching and authority figure issues, I should say.
Oh my god.
This isn't surprising at all. It isn't surprising at all. And the situation with this contract is ridiculous because on the one hand, it doesn't matter that the other teams have the same language. It is a look. You can't tell me this guy hasn't heard the rumors of how bad he is with coaches and authority figures and how hard he is to coach. You can't tell me he hasn't heard that. And then this is the year that the Bengals decide to implement that kind of language with him specifically. I get it. I see it from his side. I absolutely do. But then there's the Bengals side. They also likely know that those rumors and more, if there's anything to base on them. So it makes sense they want to have some guarantees. But I'm still kind of leaning to the Shamar Stewart side because why are the Bengals acting like this is coming out of their actual paychecks? I mean,
Right.
there's 32 blank checks for every NFL, or not even blank checks, budgets for every team, aka the salary cap. This is your team's salary cap. This is what you're locked into. Do with it how you will within this amount of money. Why are the Bengals acting like they're personally paying it for Shamar Stewart themselves? In the BS of the contract, which I don't like the idea of this. If the player does anything to void any of the details, or not void, but go against any of the details in the contract, then the guaranteed money is voided entirely for that entire contract. It's not 1 year, it's the entire contract. I don't know.
I can honestly, I kind of can see where Shamar is coming from. I think like you were just kind of saying, like, I don't know what's wrong with Cincinnati, but I just think they're good at fucking things up. I don't know why. I don't know. Like,
Yeah,
God, I remember when they made that one run to the Super Bowl, and I was there thinking like, oh man, like we're definitely gonna see them back here. Like this isn't the last time we'll see Joe Burrow, at this stage. And he's still young, don't get me wrong, but like right now it's not looking good. I expected to see him there again by now.
Unfortunately, and I've said this before, he is this generation's Drew Brees. No, like barely a team together. It's just him and a couple good skill players putting up historic numbers, but it's never enough for a full team to go to the Super Bowl. And I don't think Joe Burrow, as a Bengal, ever will reach the Super Bowl. I just don't. Not again. I want him to.
Yeah, I almost.
But history is not on his side either because Jalen Hurts is now the first quarterback since John Elway to go back to the Super Bowl after losing it in his first appearance. But look at the team.
I didn't know that statistic.
Look at the team in the front office around Jalen Hurts compared to Joe Burrow. It's like it's literally laughable. Like fuck the Eagles and their fans. I don't care. Freaking, you burn your city down, win or lose. That's a problem. That's psychotic. That's not passion. That's psychotic. But they have a fucking annoyingly good front office.
Oh yeah, they do.
And then you see the Bengals, the dumpster fire over there. You know what? This is actually a good segue point. They are turning into the Browns. And you know what the Browns are doing? Might be turning into a good team.
The Browns, man. Should we just get the elephant in the room out of the way and talk about how Shadur Sanders is actually impressing?
I want to preface this because the video never came out, unfortunately. But at the draft, day 2, watching it on TV because I rolled my ankle bad, so I went back to the hotel. Me and my buddy were laughing our asses off every time Shadur Sanders wasn't drafted. It's just hilarious. Because he needed a huge bowl of humble soup. Huge. Needed it. And he got it. Picked in round 5, day 3. But he does, and I said he needs, if he ever has a chance in the league, he will be an above average quarterback with time to develop. And seemingly, they might be selling out on giving him time to develop because he has yet to receive a first team rep in mini camp, in the mandatory camp, and likely for training camp. But even right now, going against second and third stringers, he is looking very fundamentally sound for the most part and seemingly punching above his weight. I can't deny it. As biased as I am against him, I cannot deny that.
That is one storyline I'm going to be watching.
It's what everyone's going to be watching. Like,
Dylan Gabriel versus Shadur Sanders.
I don't think it's
And
even a fair fight. I think it's just Joe Flacco versus Shadur Sanders.
oh, really? You think so?
I
I
think
mean, they obviously wanted Dylan Gabriel before Shadur, though. They must have seen something in Dylan before.
they definitely had to have. But I think honestly, going into the season, the QB room or the depth chart will be Flacco, Gabriel, Pickett. I think they're going to go out of their way to make sure Shador is never in a position to start because they want to make sure this kid is ready to go for next year. Shador isn't what I'm focusing on at the Browns. It's the rest of the draft class, or rather, a few key names. So, like, being there at the draft, day one, we're like, man, what the hell's taking the Browns so long to draft, you know? It takes forever. We're watching the TV broadcast because we couldn't get to the stage. It was flooded. But, not flooded, but filled with people. But, all of a sudden, Jaguars trade up. Oh, shit. Travis Hunter. All right. Checks out. Makes sense. And then, Giants. They take Abdul Carter. Makes sense. Obvious pick. That means there's only one pick left for the Browns, and it was Mason Graham, who I think was the smartest and safest choice they could have made at number 5 because I think he's going to be a beast of a defensive tackle in the league. I really do. It's like, because you had, oh, what's his name? There was another guy out of Michigan, Kenneth Grant. Yeah, he had Kenneth Grant and Mason Graham lined up side by side. And Kenneth Grant looked great. There's a reason he was a first round pick. Mason Graham just was a step ahead of him every time on the D line. He looked amazing, amazing. And I hate saying that as a Wisconsin fan. But he did. He just did. He was a clear top 3 pick.
Yeah.
And yeah, he was taken at 5, but the Jaguars needed wide receiver corner more than they needed D tackle. I would argue they should have taken Mason Graham. But you cannot miss out on a player like Travis Hunter. And after I watched their little YouTube documentary of the draft process, they wanted Travis Hunter like a month before the draft. They knew they wanted him. So
Hell, what they gave away just to get Travis Hunter,
Oh, yeah.
like they were sold on him.
And the thing too, they could have had Abdul Carter, but they wanted Travis Hunter. And then they emphasize like what's his name? I think Gladstone, yeah, is their GM, Gladstone. And he pretty much talked about like when they got Travis Hunter down to the organization, it was coach, president of operations, I think that's what he is, and Gladstone, and they were talking to him and they're like, listen, we drafted you because not because of what you can do on the field, but because of who you are. So they clearly liked his character a lot. And from what I've heard of all the rumors during scouting and whatnot, he was a very high character, impressing coaches with how mature he is. So he checked all the boxes they cared about, and it makes sense. You just can't deny that. But Mason Graham paired with, oh my God, why am I blanking? Myles Garrett. There we go.
Myles Garrett. Yeah.
Paired with him, that's like
scary.
if I'm at like Abdul Carter and Myles Garrett, awful. Mason Graham and Myles Garrett, still just as awful. It's just coming from a different direction because now you're going to have a guy coming up the middle and a guy coming around the outside, and there's not going to leave a lot of room to operate. Just isn't. Which is why I'm worried about the
Browns.
Packers going to the Browns in week 3. I'm a little scared of that.
Browns can make some noises coming here, huh?
And
I mean,
they already are because guess who they took with the number. Was it the number 1 pick? I think it was the number 1 pick around 2. Or at least the 2nd pick. AKA linebacker Carson Schwessinger out of UCLA. He just... I'm like, okay, wait a minute. I've heard this guy before. So when I got back to the hotel that after day 2 of the draft, or I guess I was at day 2. When I was at the hotel, I looked him up. I'm like, okay, what are some highlights? Because this guy sounds familiar. He looks like one of the best linebackers out there. He has a natural knack for it, and I think he might be one of the best linebackers in the league, potentially next year or the following. And it's like, oh my God.
honestly, I haven't watched much of him, so I'd have to look him up. But
Like he's not.
take your word for it.
He's not like first round like Jihad Cabell or I might honestly put him on par with like maybe just a little below with Edgerrin Cooper. I
Oh,
think
wow, okay.
I think he's like maybe just a step below, but I think he's gonna be a freaking natural, especially if they coach him right and they keep him on a good defense. That's another thing with all this. It's all big ifs. It just is. We don't know, but how it's looking right
Yeah,
now, the
yeah.
potential, not good. Not good for the league because the Browns aren't supposed to be good and they're becoming good. And I'm like,
We were
okay,
waking up in some parallel universe.
the Twilight Zone, the Browns are actually good. It's the episode no one wanted to watch. But so like, okay, day one, Mason Graham. Okay, checked out. Day two, Carson Schlesinger. Okay, 2 for 2, not bad, not bad. And then a little bit later, fucking Quinshawn Judkins. Are you kidding me? They needed running back, and they got potentially the second best running back in the freaking draft. Like, holy shit. They better treat him right, because I think he's amazing. And that's the Ohio State fan in me, because I am a mutt, and I'm half Ohio State fan. He was freaking awesome. Okay, Ashton Genty, and then it's probably Omarion Hampton and Quinshon Judkins on the same level. And, oh my god. So they went 3 for 3. They went fucking 3 for 3. The Browns. 2 for 2, fluke. 3 for 3 might be on to something. And then like they got a tight end out of I think Oregon, like Tyler Fanine, I think his name is, or something like that. I heard a lot of Brown fans were excited to get him too, and it's like, oh my god, are you telling me they had like potentially five good picks? Because Shador Sanders in the 5th round, that's a freaking steal, and we all know it.
Yeah, I mean, especially with the way he's performing right now. I mean, it's looking like a, a pretty big steal.
Oh my god, yeah, the Browns might be good. The Steelers might be looking for a reset. The Bengals are becoming the Browns, and the Ravens remain the only good team in the North.
Hey, on the bright side, if you're a Browns fan, you can get rid of the paper bags. You know, it might be looking up from here on out. You know,
Those
the what they call it,
keep it.
the doghouse might be, you know, making a
The
comeback.
dog pound might actually become the dog pound.
Dog pound.
But keep those bags in the chest pocket, 'cause anytime Deshaun
Just in
Watson's
case.
around. I mean, do you have anything to talk about with the Browns? Anything else? Anything with the Steelers, Bengals?
Uh, no, not really. No.
Perfect, because that gives me time to gladly say, fuck Chip Kelly. Fuck him.
Why?
He stripped Ashton Genty of his Michael Myers stance, and I will never forgive him.
Oh man.
Because that was. I don't care if it has zero effect on his play. I don't care if it makes Ashton Genty a better player. That was funny as hell, and I loved it. You know how terrifying it must have been for all those, I don't even know, Mountain West teams? I don't know where Boise State is. Just, just to freaking be standing there. All right, what kind of player are they going to run? Why is Michael Myers over there? It's just like oh my god, it's gonna bother me forever. It is. It just is. And I brought up Travis Hunter for a second. And somehow, and I know what's gonna happen, somehow he fucks around and we're gonna be the ones that find out. I don't know how, but it's gonna happen.
We're gonna be the ones that find
Yep,
out.
he gets to fuck around and we're the ones that find out. Because no matter.
I don't like that.
Because if the rumors are true, some of the players are pretty annoyed with him, with how he's always dancing and having a good time in practice. But then this fucker goes makes the most amazing play. It's like, on both sides of the ball too. It's just, oh my god.
I can't wait to watch him play this season. I
Especially in a
imagine we're gonna see some spectacular plays.
especially in a Liam Cohen defense or offense.
Oh man,
And then what he and what
it's
he
gonna be fun.
and like they already said training like now like they asked him like, well, how would he do in that final day of mini camp, and they pretty much said, well, I hope he's ready for training camp because going forward that's how he's going to be run. Every practice from now on is going to be him on both sides of the ball.
Holy
It's
shit!
official. It's now like they get their summer break, and when they come back in August, it is full sail Travis Hunter.
Oh, that's gonna be fun to
I
watch.
know. I'm glad we don't have to play that this year. 'Cause,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, we just get to enjoy
we
it.
got Travis Hunter at home. You go get him, Bo Melton.
Yeah, we got like the Wish version of Travis
It
Hunter.
is. It just is. Oh, man. But you know what? Speaking of the Packers, Matthew Golden, first round Packers wide receiver.
He's looking
He's
good.
looking so good. He's looking so polished, and he's already having a really good connection with Love that might even be better than Dobbs and him. Oh, my God.
You know, it's amazing if you get a first round talent at wide receiver.
They actually look
like, what
ready
they
to
can
go
do.
pro.
It's incredible.
Oh, man. And it's like, you know, he's making a little slip ups here and there, but he's a rookie. That's fine. But as far as our rookie wide receivers go, this is the first time we have a wide receiver that isn't trying to exceed expectations or letting us down. He's actually meeting the expectations. Like he's looking like a
Yes,
first round wide receiver.
Oh man, I am. Obviously I'm excited to see Matthew Golden play too, but I hope we see so many connections
Oh my God.
this season
If
between him and Jordan Love.
if year 3 Jordan Love finally comes together, and with Savion Williams drafted as well to be the gadget play guy, to be the wildcat guy, to be the shifty guy, to have that connection of Golden and Reed and Dobbs, and you don't know where he is, but Savion Williams might be up to something. And whenever Watson comes back, I mean, the potential, again, all big ifs, but the potential. Oh my God. It'll be beautiful.
And if Matt LaFleur can
get
out of his own way.
Get his head out of his own ass and actually call some plays. It's going to be so good. It's going to be so good. I believe I am on the train. Oh my God. I am on the Love train, damn it. Get me all the way to the Super Bowl. I have a fucking Gorilla Glue grip on that freaking door to the Super Bowl. I refuse to let go. I can't. I need this. I need it so bad. Oh.
You know, I'm gonna bring up a player that I have interest in, that I have hopes in,
I'm looking at the rookie
and
list.
that is Jalen Milroe, with Seattle. I know he's fast. I think he ran like almost a 4.4. He might even ran a little less than that.
It was not 4.4.
40-yard.
It was not 4.4.
Wasn't?
No. Maybe.
Maybe it was. Well,
Either. Anyways, go on.
but anyway, I know he's fast as fuck though, and he has like a cannon of an arm. The only issue is, can he be accurate throwing the ball? I don't know. I just have this feeling that Jalen Milroe, you know,
it's just, you look at the copium that the Seahawks fans are having. Last time they drafted a mobile quarterback in the 3rd round, Russell Wilson.
yeah.
He's wearing number 6. That's 2 times better than 3. Might be better. But he's unlike Anthony Richardson, who can throw the ball over the barn, but he cannot hit the barn. As far as Jalen Milroe goes, he can throw the ball over the barn and kind of nick it. You know, he can a little graze. You know, he'll get it there. You might have to reach a little bit, but and then he's doing the Jaden Daniels method of using VR to improve his play because it's simulating real defenses in practice. It's like, look at what, I'm not saying Jalen Milroe will be Jaden Daniels, but if Sam Darnold doesn't work out, which it might not, we might be seeing a repeat of, what was it, Hasselbeck to Wilson? We might be seeing that with Darnold to Milroe. Like, oh, you want to talk about history repeating with the Packers? History is kind of repeating with the Seahawks. Took a third round quarterback that is mobile. They just signed a veteran quarterback that has average stats throughout the years. That might be happening again. We might be seeing Russell Wilson 2.0 happen in front of our eyes. We just might.
And how crazy would it be to see, first it was Kirk Cousins, past Vikings quarterback, goes to the Falcons, and he gets benched for the rookie quarterback they picked up. What if the same thing happens to Sam Darnold? He goes to Seattle.
I mean,
doesn't work out. They bench him.
We saw how he collapses as soon as that O-line falls apart, or when it's a big game on the line. And maybe the big game aspect is just, okay, this is the first time he's ever reached these heights before in his career. But he's been around a long time. He should have been more prepared for it. It's got to be honest. And I think he was with the Vikings. Like, if you watch that playoff game against the Rams, I think he was seeing ghosts again because he was holding onto that ball for so long. That's not just.
He didn't even.
Oh my god.
He didn't even look like the same quarterback.
He looked weird. Like vintage. He looked like vintage Sam Darnold. He just did.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh man. But I think it might. The Seahawks fans, you might have a quarterback, and his name is not Sam Darnold.
Yeah, I agree. I really have high hopes for Jalen Milroe, and I don't know. That's my hot take. I think that in the middle of the season, it doesn't work out with Sam Darnold. Sam's eventually going to get benched, and Jalen Milroe is going to come out and make a run towards the end of the season. Maybe not make the playoffs, but.
Well, actually, I mean, to be fair, the Seahawks and the Rams kind of control that division right now. The Cardinals, maybe with, who'd they get? Walter Nolan and Will Johnson. I mean, those are two good defensive players to pick up. Aaron Glenn is, I said Aaron Glenn, if he's given time, that will be a good team. And so far, it seems like they're giving the Cardinals time, or giving Aaron Glenn time, and they are getting better every year. The only gripe I have with them is they are completely misusing Marvin Harrison Jr. That's my take. We were talking quarterbacks. I got you talked Jalen Milroe. I have hopes for Cam Ward. I really do.
Okay, yeah.
Number one pick, and I feel bad for the guy because he has to be the least talked about number one pick of all time. As soon as he was picked, okay, now here comes Shador, guys. Here we go. Why isn't Shador here? What's going on? And then the next 3 days of the draft, it was nothing but Shador. Nothing. Didn't matter who got picked. It was incredible how biased they were. Just not talking about any of the picks outside of the historic one of Matthew Golden for about 2 seconds. And then it was immediately, man, I can't believe they didn't take Shador Sanders, though. It's like, what? Guys, I really hope Cam Ward works out for the Titans because the Titans are such a nothing team.
Oh, they need a quarterback. It's time for the Titans. Yeah, but I mean, they've been trying to find a QB for a while. It's time. The Titan fans need something. They
need something, like a competent owner for one. But
yeah.
I mean, you talk Seahawks too. I mean, Tyler Lockett is now a Titan, so he has a veteran wideout to throw to. But Cam Ward, I really hope it works out for him because I think he will be. I think he was the best quarterback, most pro-ready quarterback, I should say, of this draft class. I think Shador, Jackson Dart, and Jalen Milroe all have pretty good potential to get there. But I think Cam Ward is the most pro-ready, and you're seeing that with the off-season reportings of how he's kind of setting the standard for work ethic, and he's looking really clean too. It's like okay, this is still Miami Cam Ward. Now we will see how that looks once he takes his first snaps as a pro. But I hope it works out for him. I think, and they even unretired number one for him. Oh my God, they believe.
Yeah, he's kind of quietly I heard he quietly had a really good camp. So
I had a thought.
You had a thought?
I had a thought. And it goes against everything I just said, and I'm so sorry, Titan fans.
Okay, you gotta share it now.
The Titans lost their one and only Super Bowl appearance by 1 yard.
What?
Yeah, is Cam Ward going to break the number one curse, or is it just going to emphasize the number one curse again?
Oh no. Oh
I'm
no.
so sorry. I hope that wasn't a prophetic vision, but I had it and I had to speak it.
He had a vision. Oh my gosh.
Oh no. I don't know what it means. If you fight it, it will come true. So I don't know. All right, that leaves me with my final rookie pick, Ben Johnson,
And oh yeah, rookie coach
rookie
Ben
head coach,
Johnson.
and he keeps pissing me off.
Ben Johnson though?
Oh my god,
Yeah.
he keeps saying the right things. The Bears aren't supposed to have an honest head coach, and they got an honest one. As a football fan, love it. Everything he's doing, absolutely right. As a Packer fan, fuck. The main point is rookie head coach Ben Johnson. I think the Bears, unfortunately for us Packer fans, finally got a good coach. Because this guy is coming out talking about ripping it all down to the studs, figuring out what they have, what works best, what their strengths are, what their weaknesses are, and then building an offense and schemes around that. And that's everything a head coach should be doing is player first schemes. Don't try to force a guy into something that doesn't work for him. And that, he's doing the complete opposite of that. He's making like what he's literally said. Okay, what can Caleb Williams do? What is he good at? Let's figure that out, and then we'll move on to the other guys and see what they are good at too. And then he's gonna put it all together with the freaking offensive mastermind that he is, and build a good offense out of it. And it's like he's being honest too with the product. Like they'd ask, like, okay, Caleb Williams isn't looking too hot. What are your thoughts on that? And he's like, let's be honest, we're not prime time ready. But we are getting there. That is the point of mini camp. That is the point of training camp. But there's been things we like, there's been things we didn't like, and there's stuff we have to work on. It's like, son of a bitch. Every other head coach in the past, oh, we're looking good, we're ready. Okay, that was just one bad day. It's like, fuck. Now we got a guy who's like actually like being real with the team, being real with the media. Doesn't look like a coward in the media either. It's, oh my. The Bears might have finally done it.
They found a coach.
They might have done it, which means they have their quarterback, which means they have their wide receivers, which means, oh my god. And they boosted the O line. Oh my. And like I haven't.
If I have to start watching the Bears, like beat the Packers,
please, don't please tell me the Lions didn't just trade places with the Bears. Please.
oh my gosh.
That's the one worst thing that could have happened is not 30 years of poverty because the other three teams became good, but because the Bears and Lions switched places. Don't do this to me. Don't do
My
this
heart
to
can't
me.
handle it.
Lombardi, please. Give us your good graces once more. I know we've been using it a lot for 30 years, but please. Oh, God. It's like, until it happens, it's like the waiting is the worst part. That's what sucks. Mini camp is over. We are on summer break now, officially. It's nothing but hearsay and rumors and, oh, this guy went to the Bahamas or this guy's engaged to his girlfriend now. It's like, now we're in the worst part of the off season. And now the waiting is the worst part to see how all this turns out, how these rookies turn out, how the Bears turn out. But we're here. We're officially at the end of the end of spring madness for NFL. You got any more thoughts?
No, I just, I've been itching for this season to start.
The season, I mean, last season, I mean, as Packer fans, last season was like, okay, this is it. We looked great last year. Let's get it going. And then we sucked ass last year. But now we have a first round wide receiver. Let's go. Let's go.
I
Come
know.
on, let's
I
go.
know. I can't wait.
Year 3, Jordan Love.
Finally.
Let's fucking go. But no, we can't. Gotta wait. It's like, damn it. Damn it. Why?
Patient.
I want to know why I got into football because this sucks. You got any more?
I got nothing for us. I mean, I think that's pretty good. I think, covered everything really.
Sounds like a full video to me. Well,
Sounds like a full video. Well, thank you guys for watching, and tune in next time when we decide to upload for some more football news. Until then, see you next time.